Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch, and today I'm going to go on and rambling about what I think is going on with Bitcoin, what I think is going on with stacks, and just a general market overview for the end of the year. So, if you think about what's been happening, if you scroll through Twitter, you look at all the big tweet guys, okay, and tweet gals, you'll see that a lot of people think institutions are selling, tax harvesting, blah 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 blah. Whatever the reason is, just ignore it. This is where fundamental analysis is so important. You need to go in and dive deep, just scoop out the fundamental analysis, okay? Just get in there and figure out if the long-term thesis is intact. Are the fundamentals behind Bitcoin changing, right? Is the trend changing, right? And personally, I really don't think it is. I think it's great accumulation periods. If I've been in Bitcoin since 2000 and God, what is it? 2017, early 2018? No. Yeah. Anyway, the last halvening cycle where it topped out. And after that, for the next 2 years, we had lulls I thought it was going, it would come back. I thought it was going, it would come back. I thought it was going, it would come back. And that's sort of what's happening now. Anyway, I also want to talk about stacks and how I think stacks might be listed on Coinbase next year based on some Twitter hints. And right, you got to do some investigational work, but let's dive on in. Okay, Coinbase tweeted today that a podcast of Munib with two podcasters from Coinbase, I'm speculating, right, because Coinbase posted it, and he talks about how Bitcoin is the most advanced crypto where it's actually coming to life and being used in the real world, and it's lacking in the metaverse, right? And Ethereum has an advantage, and stacks is there to fill that niche, right? So when you trade NFTs, most of them, that is done on Ethereum, and stacks looks to make itself as a gas asset. Gas meaning you can acquire NFTs and post on the blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain, right, through the stacks network, right? So this is one hint, right? But there's a little bit more deep diving that I did for you, okay? If you recall early in the year, and you might have missed it because you're a diaper baby, that Coinbase Institutional started custody services for stacks, right? And to me, this plays right into the strength of stacks. Here, let's just go to the chart so you can see. If you remember previously, I said if this line holds here and then it bounces, we're in a good position. If not, we'll go back into the triangle, which is exactly what it did, right? So what I suspect, if Bitcoin can stay strong, it goes through here, and I obviously think it's going to go to the upside. Remember, if everything is based off Bitcoin, if Bitcoin dumps, everything's going to dump. Not always, but the majority of the time, right? There's some type of correlation there. If you don't know what correlations are, you need to go take statistics. You illogical fool. Okay. Anyway, so it didn't hold. It's back in the range. I'm still not worried. Why? It's in the range. If it broke down here, I might be a little more worried and see it would probably find support around the $1.40, but it didn't. It held in the range, which is still bullish to me, right? So I'm accumulating more. Obviously, not a financial advisor. Okay, so let's talk about what I think is going on with Bitcoin. Now, this tech dev, if you go follow him, he's really good. He's really bullish when everyone's bearish, which I like because it gives you a different mindset, a different perspective, right? I like the bears and the bulls. Anyway, he's saying this fractal is playing out, right? 2020. When we had, a lot of volatility, just like we do now, boom, 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 right? He's saying we're right at this stage, right? This didn't happen over here, but we did have a drop, right? This is just, one, what do you call it, bar. Anyway, it doesn't look like it closed down there, so we got back up. But this fractal does look the same, so that is kind of what I think is playing out. And so this other guy posted this exact thing. Well, not exact thing. This is a little different, but two guys posted this exact thing of a bump and run. So reversal bottom. So I think this is also possible. I think this is more likely the scenario, right here. And this, let's see, are these fractals about the same? Yeah, these fractals are probably the same, right? So this is playing out perfectly. So all these guys are posting the same thing, right? And I tend to fall into that category. I don't think we're in a bear market, right? I do think we're going to stay bullish the rest of the year. So I don't need to do charting. So my plan is acquire stacks, acquire Bitcoin, acquire Algorand. And if you look at Algorand as well, it's also been a pretty strong thing. So I'm confident. I feel good. I'm not worried whatsoever. I would let you know if I was worried because I'm honest, okay? I'm not afraid to be honest with you and tell it like it is. If you don't like honesty, don't watch my channel. You can call me Hunch. This is what I think is happening with stacks and Bitcoin. I'm accumulating. Same with Algorand. And oh, by the way, I think the Ethereum network is cannibalizing itself. And if you don't believe me, just go search over Twitter. A lot of people think it's cannibalizing itself, and all the other L1s are going to eat away at Ethereum. You can call me Hunch.